Hello. The title of this video is not clickbait. I really have lost close to $9,000, or more accurately, it's been stolen from me. And I'm basically going to talk about how I think that this has happened, and what steps we're taking to fix it. This is part one, I suppose. So I got woken up this morning by a call from a private number. This was at 11:30 a.m. And they said that they were from my mobile provider, which is Skinny. It's a New Zealand specific thing. And they said that they were noticing some some suspicious activity on my account. And they were asking if I had any problems with my phone, and I was like, no, I am not having any problems. And they were like, okay, well, it looks like some attempted transactions have been made. We'll just go ahead and block those. Are you sure you're not having any problems with your phone? I said, no, I'm not having any problems. And they were like, okay. So then we hung up the phone. About maybe 30 minutes later, when I got up, after getting a call, no, it wasn't 30 minutes. About an hour after I got up in a panic because I was called by another company saying that I hadn't done my timesheets, I noticed that my phone had lost signal. And I assumed that this was just something Skinny was doing. Their bullshit was, they were fixing something, or something like that. Now, the reason why I wasn't particularly alarmed that an attempted, data transfer or money transfer had been attempted through my account, was because I had already been hacked already a few months ago, and I had lost a bunch of money through PayPal that I managed to get back, and I assumed that this was just kind of a repeated or flow-on effect from that. But I was very mistaken as to how egregious this tiny little note from Skinny was. I failed to realize the implications of having someone having access to my mobile account. So basically this goes two ways. Either that caller was the hacker who stole my money, which I'll talk about later, or they were actually Skinny, in which case they were negligent. I digress. Anyway, so I realize I have no mobile data, and then sometime later, about an hour later, I go to pay my rent to my landlord, also my friend, and I open up my account and I realize I have 15 cents. 9 cents in my spending and 6 cents in my saving, or something like that. 15 cents combined. And I open up my bank and I see that multiple thousands of dollars have been taken out of my account and transferred to two different companies, Cloud7 and then a named account. So at this point, I immediately call my bank, and I'm on the phone on hold for several hours. How did I call my bank? I used my friend's phone, who is my landlord's phone, who lives with me, and then eventually my partner's phone, and we eventually got through to the bank, and I explained my situation, and blah 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 blah. We'll escalate this to our fraud department, go through all the necessary steps, blah 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 blah. And at this point, I haven't connected any dots yet. This story I've told about my mobile provider calling me is relevant. I'll get to that soon. I then we start talking with my dad about this. And through throwing some ideas back and forth, we eventually realized that they've managed to transfer these funds, and they've managed to get into my online bank. And they've managed to authorize these funds to be transferred via my phone number that they've stolen, these hackers. I don't know how they got my bank account password. I don't know how they actually managed to get into my bank account. Through the same means I expect that they managed to get into my mobile account. They've somehow done a thing. They've got my information. Two different passwords, two different emails, but they have them for my bank and my mobile account. So this is the reason why I don't have any mobile data, is because my number has been stolen. And I believe my number was stolen because it was transferred to a new SIM card because they had called up my mobile provider, provided them with all the information they could, having access to my mobile account, and transferring this number. They could then authorize these large-scale transactions of multiple thousands of dollars through this phone number that they got from me. And so this is how I have lost my money. It's currently being investigated by the bank. The police are also involved. Once we realized that what had happened with my phone number, right, and how they got my phone number, I thought that maybe the police can then track the number or attempt to call the number. And so I went to the police. An investigation has been opened up, which is now pending, and it'll take some time, I expect. I'm forgetting the most important part of the story. We went to the police after we called my number. We called my stolen number. This was my partner's idea. He did it multiple times, and eventually someone picked up. Hello. What have you done with my money? So that's when we went to the police, knowing that these hackers are actually contactable, and that these are presumably local people who have done this. Right now, our plan is to first of all get a new mobile plan set up for me, a new number, new SIM. Get a new bank account with a different bank branch, and then attach it to this new number. And then see where we go from there. I'm going to contact the fraud department of my bank. Right now it's 10:44 p.m. So I can't contact them right now. Too late. But I can call them tomorrow with this new information about my number and how I think it all works. And I'm going to call my mobile provider to understand how the fuck somebody was able to transfer my phone number onto a new SIM card. Even if they have my account details, one would presume that they require some form of identification. And I'm not sure what that looks like. So I want to call them tomorrow to find out. Yeah, that's the plan. It's a process, and I just thought that I'd make this video to... I don't really know why. Maybe if someone out there is struggling with this sort of thing, know that they're not alone, and perhaps one day my process can be followed and a resolution can be achieved for somebody else. Then there's the ultimate question of how they got my bank account number, my phone number, my bank account number, my password for my bank, my phone password and my phone email. I don't know. There is nothing in my emails that have two-factor authentication allocated to them. That's another can of worms, isn't it? That's another can of worms. They've got my phone number. What else can they access? What else can they access that isn't my bank? Not that it really fucking matters. I don't really have any money now. Like, oh no, what are you gonna steal? My nothing. I literally don't have anything now. The only thing I have in my possession is my physical stuff, not online. But it makes you wonder what else they can have access to, and what more shit they can fuck up in my life with the possession of my phone number. So I guess it would be my best bet to cancel the number, but I wonder if that would then compromise the police investigation, that then these people are no longer able to be contacted. I don't know. Yeah, pretty scary times, pretty uncertain times. This is also at a very crucial time in my life where we're planning to move house. We were planning to move house, and we were planning to and I've got, jobs happening interviews and trials and things like that for some work. It's just not a good time to lose $9,000 and my phone number, is it? I suppose it's never a good time, but I feel as if while everything is so insecure or unsecure in my life, now it's 10 times that. 10 times whatever it was before. Anyway, this is part 1. I'll keep you guys posted on the results tomorrow. I'll try to record as much as I can, and we can at least make something of this. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.